Hi everyone, it's Cats Magpie's YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Collingwood. Now for those who are returning Magpies, welcome, like, comment. If you're new to the channel, like, comment and subscribe. It means the world to me. If you guys like the video, look, it doesn't matter. Always let me know what you think in the comments below. But today I am going to be talking about Collingwood in the next couple of games. What I think and probably expecting what will happen. Just plain and simple. Now, we have been in Geelong in the past, and we got Adelaide, Melbourne, the bye, and we also got Fremantle at Marvel. Now, we haven't played Fremantle at Marvel, I think since 2014, 2015. I remember 2014 we definitely had them first game of the season coming off their grand final loss and absolutely smacked us off the park. They haven't had a good record lately at Marvel, but they have beaten us. Obviously 2019 we lost the line, 2018 we absolutely killed them, and 2017 we have beaten them as well. And we also lost to Fremantle last year, of course, in Perth when we had that three-week hub situation as well. Now, because we tend to play good against teams like Fremantle, Geelong, Adelaide, I think we can certainly beat those teams. Melbourne, 2-2 record, if I can be honest. A lot hasn't helped with the off-field stuff, and I think that truly as well for that. But other than that, look, I think there's a lot more going on that behind the scenes. I know one particular Collingwood member wants to have an AGM or have an AEM to actually get rid of the board, and that stuff. I had a say in that, and I'm still in an opinion of, well, if the board's fucked up, then they have to go. Simple. But the one thing that we gotta understand is that we are on the outside looking in. We have an opinion, that's fine. People have an opinion about Nathan Buckley, whether or not he's the right man for the job. But I tell you what, my personal opinion, I think we have to sign him up. Sign him for that 2 or 3 years. At least by that, you can get these kids to develop and play in the sense of, well, we can actually do really well next couple of years. Especially next year, we got to keep building. Trent Bianco plays his first game this weekend. I talked about that in the tips. In the team sign-up, I should say, and also the previews as well. But I think if we can use tomorrow's game as a game on, right, if we win this, we are a huge chance, and we'll upset some teams. We beat Carlton, we beat North. They're the only 2 wins that we've had. We've lost by 30 points against Sydney. And even, I think, 28 points against the Bombers on Anzac Day. But if you look at us in the way that we have played, we can be neck and neck. Now, I did excuse some the games because I wasn't 100% sure whether or not the Guernsey clash was. It caused most of it. It was more than hope, realistically. But that was a disaster. But other than that, I think we've been competitive for most of our games. I think all of our games that we played, I think we've been competitive in all of them. Played well in the first half. We lost by a point against Brisbane and obviously Port. I think that's this game that we can say, oh, look, Collingwood, it's an improvement. Yeah, look, I'm pissed off about the loss, but I'm over it. When I did my review, look, I was pretty fired up, and obviously doing the play range video as well on top of that. But I do see us winning against Geelong. We tend to play well against them. Even if it's been 1-1 or something like that across the competition. Geelong is a team that we have been, and they're a bogey team, to be honest. And even the early 2000s as well. We lost to them, I think, 2002, 2005. We beat them twice. I think 2004 we did, and 2005. And even 2006, we absolutely killed them. But it tends to be a good game between the two teams. So I know with that game plan, we like to hold on to the ball, play like that Hawthorn style way, sort of type thing. But then when we can really attack, we play like the Richmond. And even at the moment, they're not going that great. But I think, and this is my strong opinion on Collingwood, is that I think that we can win. Like, we got, as I said, like Geelong tomorrow, Adelaide, Melbourne on Queen's birthday, which we're hoping that still goes ahead and we can still go to the games. And, how good would that be? Other than that, I really do feel like we can actually do well. And even Fremantle, after the bye, I think the bye would come at a good time. Even if we get a couple, 2 or 3 wins out of that, I think the momentum has slightly gone away when we can refresh it. When I do my mid-season review, it's not going to be good so far, but I look at the games that we've been in, and I tend to have time to reflect, don't I? When I do reflect on Collingwood and I reflect on where we're at as a team, I think if we win a couple more games, I think we can be a dangerous team. And I think now Sydney tend to do well. And that can be an even game, and we have beaten them before. We beat them up at the Gabba a lot last year, and we lost to them by 30 points. I look at a few positives out of that. Like, we can play half. If we can play 3 and a bit quarters against Geelong, and Geelong can come back at some stage, it's long that we can slow that momentum down and kick a couple goals ourselves and not go into our shadows and try and be too much negative. I think that can help us. But there it is. Like, it's as simple as that. Going to the bye, confidence. It's simple. If we win, so we're 2-8. So if we win 2 or 3 out of that 4, we're 5-9. I think that's a bonus, and I think that's something I can be happy about. We're competitive in our games, but I still got the confidence in the team to play these kids, have a look at them. If they're still in the future plan, I think Polk is in our future plans. I think McCreary is certainly one of them. And I think that he's going to be a star in the competition in the next 2 to 3 years, at least. Tom Wilson, I've got my doubts on him at the moment. But I still look at it, even the coaching stuff. At the moment, I don't know if there's anyone out there that can possibly replace Bucks. I think that Bucks has to stay on 2 or 3 years. I think that's what we need. Some stability of the club. I think Buckley can coach. He got us into a grand final, got us into a prelim, got us into an elimination final when we absolutely surprised the Eagles with a away win when we got labelled dirty pies, and we came back and we lost. Got absolutely smacked. But I think last year was more of being the Hugs for so long, thinking, is it going to be 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever the case would be. Some games might be played in Melbourne because we might lose 1 or 2. But to be fair and reasonable, even I knew that COVID was going to affect the season somewhat like it did in Perth. Like, they couldn't play in front of crowds. then you're allowed to, but you have to wear a mask. And I think simple we might have to do here in Victoria as well. But I still think that we are a top team, and I think that we can perform really well. And I think this is a game. Like, I'll do a mid-season review, and I'll look ahead for the next 4 games and what I expect. But I think this is the situation that we're in, guys, and I think with Collingwood's point of view, I think we are a decent team. When we're up and about, when we're playing beautiful football, great. It hasn't gone that way. But win, lose, draw, I'm always going to be Collingwood regardless, guys. And I think this is why I need to get this out the way, talk about Collingwood. Let me know what you guys think as well on top of that. But that's the end of the video. Like, comment and subscribe. Tell me what you think. If you think, yeah, you know what, because we're in the same situation 2017. In the game against Hawthorn, 36 points down, or 6 goals and 7 goals down. We came back and won that game. That was the turning point for us in that season. If we can do it again and somehow try and get up there and have that trajectory of going up and having these kids coming through, I can't see why not. So, until next time, like, comment, and subscribe. Love you all. Go the Pies, and good luck for your footy tips for this week as well. Hopefully you get 9. Hopefully I get 9 as well. Be watching the game tonight. But till next time, see ya.